After Effects looks complicated, but it's not. In this video, I'll explain the basics you actually need to get started. If you understand this, you'll understand After Effects. Let's start with what After Effects actually is. Most people quit After Effects because they don't understand what it's actually for. After Effects is not a video editor, it's a tool for animation and motion graphics. After Effects is used for things like text animation, logo animation, YouTube intros, and motion graphics. If something needs to move, fade, rotate, or animate, that's what After Effects is made for. For editing videos, use Premiere Pro. For color grading, use, for example, DaVinci Resolve. If you understand this one idea, After Effects is about animating over time. Everything else will make sense. Now let's look at the After Effects interface. You don't need to understand the entire After Effects interface to start animating. You only need 4 panels. Once you understand these 4 panels, After Effects becomes much easier to use. The project panel is where your files live: videos, images, and compositions. Think of it like your file browser. The composition panel is your canvas. This is where you see your animation. The timeline is where animation happens. If something moves, fades, or changes over time, it happens here. The toolbar gives you basic tools: selection, shapes, and text. You'll only use a few of these at the beginning. If you understand these 4 panels, you understand the After Effects interface. Now let's talk about composition, because everything starts there. If After Effects ever feels confusing, it's usually because of one thing: compositions. A composition is your workspace. It's where everything happens. Every animation, every layer, every keyframe lives inside a composition. Every composition has a few important settings: size, frame rate, and duration. For example, 1920 by 1080 is standard for YouTube. You can create a composition in a few ways. The easiest way is to create one manually. You can even put one composition inside another. Think of compositions like folders. If you understand what a composition is, After Effects stops feeling random. Everything starts with a composition. Now let's talk about layers, because everything in After Effects is a layer. In After Effects, everything you see is a layer, text is a layer, shapes are layers, images and videos are layers. If it's in your timeline, it's a layer. Layer order matters. Layers on top appear in front, layers below appear behind. Every layer has basic controls. You can hide it, lock it, or rename it. If nothing is working, you probably don't have the right layer selected. If you understand layers, you understand After Effects. Now let's look at the most important properties every layer has. You can animate almost anything in After Effects using just 5 properties. If you remember these, you're already ahead of most beginners. These 5 properties exist on every layer, and each one has a shortcut: P for position, S for scale, R for rotation, T for opacity, and Y for anchor point. Position controls where the layer is, X is left and right, Y is up and down. Scale controls size. If you uncheck this icon, you can scale width and height separately. Rotation spins the layer around its anchor point. Opacity controls the visibility. 0 means invisible. 100 means fully visible. The anchor point is the center of rotation and scale. Move this and everything changes. Position, scale, rotation, opacity, anchor point. These 5 properties are the foundation of everything in After Effects. If you master these 5, After Effects stops being complicated. Now let's talk about keyframes, because this is how animation actually works. Keyframes sound complicated, but they're actually very simple. They're just points in time. A keyframe tells After Effects what a value should be at a specific moment. After Effects fills in everything between. 1 keyframe means nothing changes. 2 keyframes means animation. The playhead is time. Move it forward, change the value, and After Effects animates it. Distance between keyframes controls speed. Closer is faster, farther is slower. If nothing moves, you probably forgot the second keyframe. That's it. Keyframes are just values over time. Now let's learn how to preview and export your animation. If After Effects feels slow or broken, it's usually because of preview settings. After Effects doesn't play in real time by default. First, it needs to preview. To preview your animation, you have 2 options. You can press spacebar or 0 on the numeric keypad, which plays from the start. Green bar means it's ready. For smoother previews, lower the resolution. This does not affect export quality. To save your project, press Ctrl+S. Always save your project. After Effects saves projects, not videos. To turn your animation into a video, you need to export. This is the simplest way to export. Click Render and After Effects creates your video. That's the full After Effects workflow. Create, animate, preview, export. Before we move on, there's something important you should know. Let me show you the most common beginner mistakes. If After Effects behaves strangely, it's usually not your fault. In 90% of cases, it's one of these mistakes. Mistake number one: you added a keyframe, but nothing moves. To create animation, you need at least two keyframes. Mistake number two: you change scale/position/rotation, but nothing animates. Why? Because you didn't enable animation. You didn't click the stopwatch next to the property. If the stopwatch isn't enabled, After Effects doesn't record keyframes, but it only changes the value permanently. Mistake number three: the keyframes are there, but nothing still changes. Most often, you have the wrong layer selected. Here, you selected the background instead of the shape layer. Let's do it on the correct layer. And now it works. Voila. Mistake number four: you press play and After Effects runs slowly. That's normal. The program is generating a preview. After Effects doesn't always play back in real time. Mistake number five: you saved the project, but you don't have a video. Because saving a project and exporting a video are two different things. After Effects saves the project, and the video is created only after export. Everyone makes these mistakes. Once you know them, After Effects becomes much easier. If you made one of them, that's a good sign. It means you're learning. Now let's put everything together and start animating. If you want to put everything you've learned into practice, watch the next video and try your first animation. Good luck.